Jesus Gutton has to kick it off for the Beat Diggers. High and a little bit short. It's going to be fielded at the 17 and dropped. Picked up at the 19-yard line. Across the 25 to the 30. Back towards the middle of the 50. Off the right sideline to the 40. Into the clear now at the 20-yard line. He can chase down inside the 15 to around the 12. Holy mahungus. A huge return by Jared Bohm. The Beat Diggers just broke down on special teams, and it's a return of 69 yards. That's if they set it up at the 14-yard line. Boy, one Beat Digger used major speed, Dave, to track him down along the far sideline way across the other side of the field before Morgan's going to first down at the Beat Digger 14.
That was Brett Bostrom. You got to give him credit. He never gave up, and he wasn't going to just give that touchdown away. He went down there and fought for it and made the tackle for the Diggers.
First and 10. We'll tell you about the drive momentarily. James Barton is the quarterback for Fort Morgan. He's going to hand it off to Fitzsimmons running right, and he spins off a Beat Digger, but then he's taken down after maybe a yard. He was running hard, but Eric Garcia was out there along with, I believe, Connor Weiser at the gain of 1. Second down and 9 to go. The Beat Digger drive was certainly a masterful one. 9 plays, 80 yards in 4 minutes and 25 seconds. Weiser scored from 6 yards out on a fourth down. The second consecutive fourth down touchdown by the Beat Diggers. From the 13. With under 3 minutes to go before the break, the Beat Diggers are up by 21. Martins dropped the football. It is still loose. And let's see who picked it up. Yeah, Fort Morgan retained possession of the football. And it looked like it was pounced on by Connor Gherkin, the center. Actually might have gained a yard on that one. We'll call it 3rd and 8 for the 12. Well, we have a pass here on 3rd and 8 for the 12 with 3 in the backfield. No wide receivers in this set. Barnes on 3rd down is going to hand it off on the right side to Bohm. He's got a couple of yards, and he's thrown back at the 10. The Beat Diggers were there. Oh, we've got 2 late flags, and I think we might have unsportsmanlike again against the Beat Diggers. Ethan Prost was in on the play. Those flags came up very late. Oh, boy. Dave, I'm just guessing, but they were thrown in that direction. And the Beat Diggers don't look happy. Personal foul against Fort Morgan. Well, maybe that's why they weren't happy. They thought maybe they were the victim of a cheap shot.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened. It looked like one of the Fort Morgan players kind of flew in there at the last minute and tried to rough one of our guys up as he was making a tackle.
Well, that changes this whole drive completely.
Yeah, Fort Morgan's going to have to go to the air. That's a hard thing to do when you're in a double tight situation, especially when the Diggers play that 5-2. They have those corners out there on the, on the very outside, plus 2 safeties, because they get to kind of line up in sort of a box-like formation with their defensive backs. It's really tough to throw again.
All right, so that's a gain of 2 and a loss of 15, or a 15-yard penalty, I should say. And that's going to set up, first of all, we'll have a timeout brought to you by Edwards Wright Price Market in Flowerland. We'll keep it right here because that essentially is going to set up a 3rd down and 21. With a team that doesn't throw the football much and has thrown only 1 pass in the game, Dave, this to me smells of a screen where you have to get the Beat Diggers to commit to the quarterback. You throw something out in the flat and you try to pick up the yardage that way. That's just my guess.
Yeah,
obviously,
we've seen screens work well against the Diggers. Remember, Olathe threw a few last in the finals, and so that's something that really works against a defense that's aggressive like the Diggers are.
This will be a big play for Fort Morgan because they could have gotten right back into the game had they scored a touchdown here, but the Beat Diggers can now take a 21-point lead into halftime if they stop them. And who knows, Dave? 2:17 to go. Brush stops them. Beat Diggers can score in 2 minutes. They've done it many times before.
Yeah.
With the same personnel last year.
I don't want to rub it into everybody that's listening on the radio, but Diggers score again. We're getting awfully close to my prediction of the game.
Yeah, that's right. Trips to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Shotgun formation for Barnes for the 25 of Brush. 3rd down and 21. Barnes awaits the snap. He'll take off with the football, runs towards the middle, and he tries to break loose, but he's got 5 yards to the 20, and now a timeout is called, and that should be called by the Beat Diggers. And looked like making the play was Daniel Soto, if I've got that correct. Gain of 5, 4th and 16 for the 20.
I think that was a pretty good call there by Fort Morgan. You know, the Diggers have had trouble with quarterbacks that like to run around, and Martin showed he's got the speed to do it, and they spread Brush out. But, you know, the interior of that line was just so strong, they didn't allow that offensive line of Fort Morgan to create a hole.
Okay, let's clarify. The previous play, besides that one, did count. That was actually 4th and 21, so now the Beat Diggers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20 with 2:11 to go, leading 27-6. Torbolin hands it off on the counter right side. It's a gain of 1. And that is it for Chris Lee as he is fouled up. Jared Bulb again in on the play. 2nd down and 9 to go for the 21. I don't know if the Beat Diggers are in any hurry. Yeah, that was the one confusing thing. I thought initially it was 4th and 21, but they had the 3rd down marker up there for a while. Then they changed it to 4th down. So the Beat Diggers did get the football back when they should have gotten it back. So here we go, 2nd down and 9. The Beat Diggers are in no hurry, Dave, unless they can break off a big play and then use a timeout. That obviously was not a timeout. It was a change of possession. 3 seconds to go on the play clock. Torbolin, play action. Flag is down. It's against the Beat Diggers. He heaves it up the left side, incomplete. Over the head of Eric Garcia at the 50-yard line, defended by Chris Pineda. But that's definitely going against Brush based on what I saw from this vantage point along the Fort Morgan sideline. And it looks like the Mustangs would decline it if that penalty is indeed against Brush, which would make it a 3rd down and 9. But the wind is really whipping here in Fort Morgan, illegal motion. And are they going to accept the penalty? I thought I saw Harrison Chisholm say decline it. I mean, at this point, you would want the down.
Right, especially when they missed it. So he's sending them back, it looks like.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
That's peculiar.
Why do you give Fort Morgan or check that Brush an extra play?
Especially with those weapons. You know, you just saw Tremolin throw it all the way back across the field, a beautiful spiral with the wind, basically, a crosswind against him. I'll tell you what, I wouldn't want to give Tremolin too many chances at that.
Well, it's 2nd down and 14 at the 16-yard line. With 1:19 to go, the clock is running for some reason after an incomplete pass because the referee called for it. Hand off to Weiser on the left side, spins out of 2 tackles, but no more. He's got 2, maybe 3 yards to the 19-yard line. And Aaron Strobel was in on the play after the gain of 3.
3rd down and 11 yards to go.
And it is 3rd down and about 11, 50 seconds to go. In the opening half, Brush leads by 21. Last year they won by 41. They were up by 35 at the break, so another commanding lead for the Beat Diggers. Alvo is the receiver to the left. 3rd down and 11 for the Beat Digger 19-yard line. We're now at the 32-second mark. Torbolin, play action, looks to throw. Along the sideline, wide open, incomplete, though. Eric Garcia could not make that catch. It was well over his head, and I think that was the right decision because Garcia was open for just a little bit. Now the Beat Diggers will have to punt.
That was another strong throw, though, by Tremolin. You know, he stands in that pocket. He's big out there, and he throws a tight spiral. And
what an arm.
Yeah.
Dave, it looks like he's not even trying to throw it hard, and it's flying out of his hand.
Right.
It's a great arm.
Strength, you know, and then that offensive line is really doing a pretty good job of giving him some time to throw the ball. And I'm sure he wished he had another half second so he wouldn't have to take a couple of those hits, but for the most part, I'll tell you what, the offensive line is doing a good job of holding them out.
Beat Diggers take another timeout. We'll keep it right here with 26.1 seconds to go, leading 27-6 in what is a slow-moving first half. And game about an hour and 5 minutes old, but it seems longer than that.
Just that one penalty just kind of cooked me a little bit because it just slowed the game down. You know, the Diggers had so much momentum and they were just charging up and down the field, and it just slowed it down. But I'll tell you what, boy, we have good support here from the Diggers over there, don't we? They got about 5 sections over there in the visitors On the visitor side, they have 4 of them packed full. And then if people weren't standing around down there at the north fence, the whole place would be full over there.
Great support 10 miles away. And all the Beat Diggers have got to do is get this punt off. Fort Morgan will have time for about a couple of plays. And that would end the half. 4th and 11 from the 19.
It's the kind of thing that makes coaches nervous. You know, they're sitting on a 27-6 lead. They don't want to give up another touchdown, but they're telling those guys, don't jump. Make sure we get a good snap.
Look, Garcia's setting up under center. And now the Beat Diggers getting onto the field right now, and Chris Lee. He's under center. They're going to quick kick it. It's 4th and 11. No, he's rolling to his right. A flag is down. Garcia rolling. He's going to take off with the football. He's out of bounds at the 23. I don't know. I'm totally confused. 4th and 11 for the 19. They went for it on their own side of the field.
They almost got it.
He was well short. He was well short, but the play, I assume, counted. He's out of bounds, and they would decline it. Another illegal motion. The Beat Diggers have had their issues with penalties here in the opening half.
Those are the receivers on this side, too, the ones that are closest to the Fort Morgan bench over here. So, the coaches over here are yelling out there, he moved. They're listening to him.
Well, it's a gain of 6. Fort Morgan has the football with 20.7 seconds to go. Well, I guess maybe it's an issue with the wind, Dave. They didn't want to punt it into the wind, but still to go for it.
Yeah, I think there's just, Garcia took a lot of time off the clock with that one play there. They only have 20 seconds that they have to throw the football. I think they were just figuring, let's not take a chance with our snaps.
Well, you're right. That's a good point because they've been disastrous on extra points. Trips to the right. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. The Beat Digger 25. Barnes under center. Pass out over the middle. It's caught and dropped now by Fitzsimmons. And he was leveled by Bostrom at the 13, and that's why I think he dropped it. He saw the footsteps, and he saw Bostrom, and he delivered a big hit. But if not, that would have been a solid gain of 7 or 8. And that play took a mere 4 seconds. 16.3 to go, 2nd and 10.
Just to try to describe to the fans at home what happened, that's like a little kid in T-ball taking a swing at a ball that's on a tee and just cracking it. And that's exactly what Bostrom did to him.
2 receivers out to the left, 2 to the right. Matt Godo's the lone setback. He hasn't had much in this game carry-wise. Barnes with a deep drop, looking, setting up, heaving it up the right sideline. Man is open, and that's going to be tipped up incomplete. Eric Garcia made a great play in the end zone. He closed the gap. A flag is down in the backfield. It was intended for Fitzsimmons. And now let's see who the penalty's against. It's going to be holding against Fort Morgan. So even had that play been successful, it would not have counted. 8.6 seconds to go. If you're the Beat Diggers now, you definitely take that back.
Oh, you bet. You create as much space as you can between them and the end zone. But now I'm starting to see the strategy Coach Dreitz had with taking that time off the clock and just making a sure thing happen instead of risking that bad snap on the front.
And it's a 15-yard penalty, Dave, because the holding took place at the 30-yard line, so it's 10 for the spot of the foul. Now, there's no doubt that Barnes can throw it from this distance into the end zone. And more than likely, this will be the final play of the opening half.
He's going to have to throw it accurate because Garcia sure played that smart.
2nd and 25 from the Beat Digger 40. 8.6 seconds to go. Barnes with a 6-step drop. Rolls to his left. Pressure coming. He's sacked back at the 49-yard line. And he is sacked over there by Brian Woodward. And that is the end of the opening half with the score. Brush 27, Fort Morgan 6 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.